Hi, I'm Veda Flores from the Veda Nutrition Show. I'm here today with David Haydon, chef and owner of Il Davide Restaurant in Stannerville, California. Today he made a Panna Cotta with caramel sauce. In the Panna Cotta today, you're going to use a little special ingredient, I see.
Yes.
What's this?
This is sage. I love sage. It's fantastic. It's more, a lot of people think of sage like Thanksgiving with Brussels sprouts and chestnuts and all sorts of things. I use sage in almost everything. It's great with fish. It's also great with desserts, and we're going to fuse that into the vanilla. I'm going to start off with the cream. Cream's the primary agent for this. So I'm going to add 2 cups of cream, actually reserving a cup for about a half cup to infuse the sage. I'm going to warm up both pans here. I'm going to add 4 cups total, but 3 right now to the Panna Cotta, actually reserving a half cup for my infusion of sage. Fantastic. I'm going to add a half cup of sugar. There we go. Beautiful. Let that heat up a little bit, and then stir that in until it dissolves. And then I'm going to add some vanilla. Now, the vanilla beans are from Madagascar. I get these. They're so much more flavor in vanilla bean than there is the vanilla extract. And what we do is we slice it down the middle like this. We open up the pod, or the casing, shell, whatever you want to call it, and then you scrape out the bean or the paste inside. So you're going to get this beautiful black, just condensed essence of vanilla. I'm going to add that. Now it's almost coming to a boil. While it's on its way, I'm going to heat up some sage. I'm going to blanch some sage, which means partially cook. Some sage in some water. Just a little bit of water to the pan, just to poach it, blanch it. I'm going to add about 15 sage leaves. Cream's almost there. This is such an easy dessert to make. And then I'm going to pour some water into my thickener, which is a gelatin, and it's 100% protein, so it's gluten-free. And it's used as a thickening agent instead of egg yolk or any cornstarch or anything like that. So I'm going to mix that up a little bit with 3 tablespoons of water to 1 tablespoon of gelatin. And as my sage is poaching, I'm going to add that to a blender. It's perfect. Just turns color a little bit. That's almost to a boil right here. We're going to turn that off. Let that sit. And add a little bit of cream to that. The remaining half cup. Going to blend it. I'm going to infuse that into the Panna Cotta. Mix that up a little bit. And it's almost ready to go. We're almost ready to add the thickener to it. Now I'm going to strain this as well. Before I put it into a nice little cup like this, I'm going to strain it. Okay. So now we have the cream to a boil. And I'm going to add the thickener here. So it's almost like a gelatin. Comes like Jell-O. It's thick like that, and that's going to be our thickening agent for the cream. Gluten-free. I love it. So we're going to mix that up. So everything's dissolved. How easy is that? It's so easy. That's it. And then we're going to strain it.
So fun. This is great. Are you having fun?
I'm having a great time. Okay, here we go. Lovely, isn't this? I love doing this. I love straining stuff for some reason. Chefs love to strain things because that just means you're done. You're on your way home. The finished product is about to arrive. Your sauces, we do this with all sorts of like demi-glasses and everything, so it's really, really cool. Anyway, here we go. I'm going to do this very country-esque way. So now we have our sage-infused Panna Cotta, which is ready to be poured into these little glasses there. Look at that, like a pro, huh? Shouldn't speak too soon. I dropped a little bit there. Okay, so we're going to let this set up for about 2 hours, maybe 3 hours in the refrigerator. Now this will make about 6 to 8 of these. depending on how many ounces. This is 3-ounce glass right here. And then we have our finished product right here, which is, look at that.
Oh, it's
Consistency is really nice. It's like almost a custard, and like, and I'm going to add a salted caramel.
Okay. Let's see. That sounds fantastic. It looks beautiful.
Okay. Salted caramel, which we're going to bake. All right.
I'd love to put the salt on.
There's a little black salt. You can put that black salt, just a pinch.
Just a pinch of the black salt.
You don't want a lot of salt because it's going to overpower everything, and you don't want to, basically in the restaurant business, when we have something like this is the initial bite. You don't want to surprise people too much because then they'll automatically, their palate will be disturbed a little bit. So we want to just make it really nice and easy. Okay. What brings this all together, okay, you have the cream, alkaline, you have the caramel that's been salted, you have the salt itself. It's going to give it texture. Now, what really pulls all this together is an acid. And the acid I chose was a really nice, it's called Giuseppe Balsamic. It's an aged balsamic. It's about 20 years old. And I put just a couple of drops on there. Would you like to do that? I'll put a little design there. Just a drop here, drop here. There you go. Look at that. Piece of mint on that.
The gluten-free cookies are made with gluten-free vanilla.
Yes.
And it's wonderful because you're using a gluten-free, very fresh vanilla bean.
And you can even put the bean on there. Well, look at that. Does it get any better than that, or what?
It doesn't get any better than that. That's beautiful.
It's pretty exciting.
That's beautiful. Now, this balsamic vinegar looks a little thick. Did you boil it down at all?
No, that just comes like that. When it's aged, it just thickens up a little bit.
It's aged and it's thicker,
Yes.
so the aging, what does that give? More of a...
A little more, I think, a sweeter flavor to it, a little less acid. Yeah.
Sweet and less acid.
Yeah.
The camera's running. Can you put alcohol at this stage?
Very, very little. Just an essence of something like cream de menthe, or you know, like a cassis or something like that. But I would really be careful because it can separate.
Okay, so nothing like a scotch or vodka.
Not at this point. Yeah, it might curdle or separate.
Okay,
Yeah.
so we don't want that to happen.
Yeah, you want it to set up really fun like this, so it's a very good custard consistency. Okay.
And so if I wanted to do a design on the bottom, how would I go ahead and do that?
Okay.
Caramel on the bottom.
Well, you could put a gelée on the bottom, which is a reduced compote with a little bit of the thickener, the gluten-free gelatin. And you can start off with that by cooking it down and then putting it on the bottom and then letting it chill for a while and then coming back and then pouring this on top, letting that chill for a while and then putting another type of panna cotta on top of that, if you like. You could even lean the glass over like that and have it half filled up, so you can have like an angle on it and put and then when it's the finished product, you can put the other panna cotta on top of it, which is in liquid form. Then you'd have sort of a triangle in the glass. Kind of a
That's
unique.
decorative. I've seen that. That was very popular. Yeah.
That's a labor of love,
restaurants.
doing that.
Yeah, labor of love. And who doesn't have more time than people who make Jell-O?